We begin tonight with reaction to the debate many were watching very closely. It was the final face-off between Republican Senator Ted Cruz and his Democratic challenger, Representative Beto O'Rourke, before the midterm elections.
Yeah, that debate airing, of course, right here on TV3, and among those closely watching tonight was a group of students at Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Our Bill Churchwell was there and joins us now with a look at what those students are saying tonight. Bill?
The organizers of this debate only expected about 20 students to show up here tonight. As you can see, they actually had to put out additional seating to accommodate everyone. The students hoping to learn more about the candidates.
Popcorn, politics, and a showdown of candidates.
Running for the United States Senate in Texas.
The Senate debate between Republican Ted Cruz and Democratic challenger Beto O'Rourke playing out on the big screen here at the University Center ballroom.
I just wanted to get some more information on this last Senate debate. I missed the first two, so trying to get some more notes on that.
The Political Science Club hosting the debate watch party in an effort to help fellow students get a better idea of what both candidates represent.
Our aims is to make sure that the college student body is all registering to vote, going out and voting, and knowing what they're voting about.
Right away, issues on abortion, climate change, and Border Patrol were hot topics of the night.
I'm kind of leaning towards Ted Cruz.
No matter which candidates the students favor, organizers hope the strong turnout here will lead to more young voters at the polls.
I'm already registered, so yes, I'm going to vote.
Early voting begins October 22nd. That's next Monday, and Election Day is November 6th. Reporting from the campus of Texas A&M Corpus Christi, Bill Churchwell, 3 News.
Well, now that you have seen the debate, did either candidate sway you?
Well, we'd like to know how you think the candidates did tonight. We have a new megaphone poll starting right now. The question you see there on the bottom of your screen: who do you think won tonight's debate? To take part, you just go to our website, KIIITV.com, and you click on either Ted Cruz or Beto O'Rourke, and we'll have a wrap up and show you the results tonight on this megaphone poll later in the newscast.